What is up, Drummer Nation? I'm your host, Kevlar Keemstar. Let's get right into the news. Today's going to be a hard one. A friend of mine, a YouTube pioneer, net nobody, SkyDoesMinecraft, is under fire. Serious allegations from the mother of his second child coming out. Money problems, drug problems, abuse, police reports. I mean, this is a lot. The Google Doc was so long, my team had to make a bullet point. I did reach out to SkyDoesMinecraft, got kind of like half of a statement to read for you, but this is going to be a tough one. All that and much, much more, but make sure you're subscribed with those notifications on, because you know, as soon as I get the scoop, I'm going to keep you in the loop. For our very first story, Aiden Ross, popular Twitch streamer, right now is going through tons of pain. He tweeted out, "Whenever I open this app, I see my own sister in her birthday suit. Can y'all grow up? Please put yourself in my shoes. Enough is enough." Yikes! I think I speak for anyone with a sister. That's traumatizing. Also in the news, Microsoft is set to buy Activision in a $68 billion all-cash deal. That's right, guys. Microsoft is going to own Call of Duty. Now, what I'm hearing is that Call of Duty employees are talking about not releasing COD every single year and go to like a 2-year strategy, which, that would be horrible. I mean, look how long it took Microsoft to come out with a new Halo. And speaking about tech news, Catherine from the Ace family posted on the gram that she wanted to make sure her fans put their phones in airplane mode every night before going to sleep, especially with 5G. Ways to protect yourself from any wireless technologies. Also in the news, MrBeast posted how much money he's made on TikTok, and it's gonna be surprising. He tweeted out with the caption, "Here's mine. I'm too lazy to count the views on my TikTok, but it's probably over 1 billion views." And with over 1 billion views, he only made $14,000? Yikes! Now, maybe that's $14,000 a month, but even so, that's really, really low. If you got 1 billion views on YouTube, you would be making at least, at the bare minimum, $1 million. Also in the news, let's talk about some boxing news. Doctor versus Doctor. Prominent reporter Owen tweeted out, "YouTube boxing match that we need to see, Doctor versus Doctor, showing Dr. Mike versus DrDisrespect." Now here's the thing. Dr. Mike responds and says, "Come on now, I don't want to win that easy." Wow, DrDisrespect has yet to respond. And speaking about boxing matches we would love to see, we did an interview with Bryce and the Island Boys, where Bryce was trying to set up a boxing match with them, and it seemed like it just was never gonna happen. Now, get this, Bryce wants to fight both the Island Boys at the same time. I want to see that. Well, there's an update to the story because Bryce Hall tweeted out that he just got off the phone with the Island Boys management. This fight might happen for the right price. This would also draw attention away from the embarrassing butt-beating bird-faced boy received from his girlfriend after hitting her first, allegedly. And speaking about butts getting beat, y'all know Pete Davidson is dating Kim K, so Kanye responded in a new song basically saying that he would beat Pete Davidson up. Pete Davidson has reportedly hired extra security after Kanye West threatening to beat him up. Then Jake Paul, who hates Pete Davidson, jumps in the mix saying, "Kanye and I on his butt now, soon to get slapped." Woo! And that is not the only Jake Paul news, ladies and gentlemen. A couple days ago, a bunch of articles came out that Mike Tyson was gonna box Jake Paul. This came from The Sun, and we were like, what? We didn't hear of this. Mike Tyson himself responded by saying, "This is new to me. I saw Jake in St. Bart's and he never mentioned it." So yeah, that is not happening. Not sure why that got reported. But Jake has been battling back and forth with Dana White non-stop. And he's taken digs over and over again that UFC fighters aren't getting paid enough. And honestly, this strategy from Jake is brilliant. I mean, he's really hurting Dana White. Mr. Hal tweeted out that the total combined payout for every fighter of UFC 270 was only 1.8 million. And Fury made 30 million in his third fight against Wilder. Wilder made 20 million. Fury and Wilder made 25 times more than all the UFC fights combined. Tell me that UFC fighter pay isn't an issue. Now, Jake responds to this tweet saying, I can't stress enough how bad this is. My next step for helping with this situation will be announced tomorrow. Pay fighters more. Yeah, guys, this discussion that Jake Paul started to go after Dana White is really starting to have an effect. Like, people are really opening their eyes, realizing that UFC fighters aren't getting paid that much. To the point where Dana White on the Nelk podcast was basically like saying that he's open to the idea of Jake coming and fighting in the UFC because he's trying to mend this bridge with Jake Paul because he knows Jake has him by the you-know-what. Roll it.
What's the point in even he and I going back and forth with each other?
What if he was to come into the UFC?
What if he what?
What if he came into MMA? Would you let him?
Would I let him? Well, he can do whatever he wants to do.
Like, what if he's like, I want to fight in the UFC?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that would ever happen, but listen, I never say never anymore, you know?
That'd be pretty
I didn't think
crazy.
Floyd and Conor would end up, or I would end up doing any of my guys versus Floyd, because that just makes absolutely no sense, but it happened, so.
Wow, and speaking about Jake Paul, we all want to see him fight KSI, and apparently KSI and Jake Paul were in the same room at the same time. KSI uploaded this video where he explains what happened. Roll it.
Show Logan. Yeah, I was in the same restaurant, Boa Steakhouse. I was in the same restaurant as Jake. Nothing happened, no. I think we looked at each other once, and that was about it. But we were like very far away from each other. It could have gone very south. It could have gone very left. Luckily, no one did anything stupid. We kind of just stayed separate, did our things. I was with Logan. We were celebrating, obviously, Prime. And Jake was just eating with his missus and his boys. And yeah, they were just doing that.
And speaking about KSI, his brother Deji has a big fight coming up with Alex Wasabi. And we were talking to Deji's former coach, trying to get some information to find out if he's currently training Deji right now. We reached out to Tommy Martin saying, do you have any involvement in his current camp? He responded with eyeballs, which made no sense. We asked him if he had any current photos or anything with him. Waited some longer for him to respond, and then we said Deji's team is saying that you never had any involvement in his current camp. Can we get a statement from you to clear things up? He finally responds by saying this. No, mate, I'm not. I was winding you up by putting the eyes. Stop taking all this YouTube boxing stuff so serious. If Deji wanted a proper boxing training coach, he would come back to me. End of discussion. Like I said before, you can lead a horse to water. I'm pretty sure Deji's gonna respond to that one. And now for our final story, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, this is crazy. Okay, so SkyDoesMinecraft, Net Nobody, Adam, you guys all know him, fellow YouTuber and personal friend of myself, has been going through a hard time over the last couple years. You know, he's had financial issues, he's had substance abuse issues, he's had a lot going on. Now, this is his ex-girlfriend Liz, which they ended up having a baby together. That's Adam's second baby. And the two of them have not talked to each other since the baby's been born. In fact, Adam's never even seen the baby. As far as we can tell on Twitter, the last time the two interacted was last April, where Adam tweeted out, "I miss you so much," to Liz. Well, just today, Liz uploaded this Google document, and it is wild. She tweeted out, "Dear Adam, aka Net Nobody, aka SkyDoesMinecraft, it's time everyone knows the truth. I'm tired of letting you get away with this. The police know." Now, this Google Doc is so long that we had to make bullet points for you to better understand the allegation she has against SkyDoesMinecraft. On page 1, she says Net Nobody would cheat on her. He would steal money from companies to buy drugs and never worked, and she would have to front some of the big bills. On page 2, it says that he assaulted and SA'd several women and allegedly paid them off to protect his image. She also claims that he would spread rumors about Post Malone saying awful things about his character. Yeah, by the way, Net Nobody and Post Malone used to be friends like a decade ago. She claims that Net Nobody tried to cheat on her with artificial intelligence, fake Twitter bot, animal abuse allegations, dragged the dog by its throat, threw him into his kennel, then surrounded him by mirrors, started painting on the walls with his own blood, saying racist comments, was beyond homophobic at times, yet preached equality. And that's just page 2. Page 3, she claims that Adam wanted to, like, murder people. That she has dozens of voice recordings of these threats. Apparently during the abuse, she screamed for help, and then he would throw things at her and her dog. That he faked suicide several times. Followed up by saying, I don't want followers, I just want everyone to listen. Wow, and it's not just the written word. She had a bunch of screenshots of allegedly racist things and abuse. She has a picture of him in handcuffs, multiple police reports. Wow, 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 wow. Now, I reached out to Net Nobody, SkyDoesMinecraft, Adam, for a statement, and he just found out about this, so he wasn't prepared to really give a statement. But I said, can I get a statement from you? Are these claims true? He said, it's a mix. I was very, very sick mentally at the time, in and out of hospital, and on several new medications that were affecting me. So that is the current statement. I'm sure, you know, there will be a better statement in the future, but wow, these are... But guys, I want to know what you think about all this. Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you on the next episode of Drama Alert, because you know, as soon as I get the scoop, I'm going to keep you in the loop.